Hey guys, welcome back to Man Time. Today, on this beautiful July 4th, I thought I'd show you and take you around my Caterpillar 941 Traxcavator. And this is basically a track loader from Caterpillar. This is one of the first pieces of equipment I got here on the farm, and it has helped me tremendously with moving dirt around, clearing woods, knocking down trees. Used it to start building the dirt bike track, build some nice jumps on the dirt bike track. Since I've gotten a little bit older and a little bit wiser, I've got away from the dirt biking. Didn't like the broken bones and the downtime from that, and you know, my job as an engineer and a manager didn't really like the downtime from that either. So it is what it is. But yeah, it's been sitting up here at the house for a while. I worked on the house pad with it, cleared all the trees and stumps and everything with this until I got the backhoe, and then that was a little bit more efficient to get the stumps up out of the ground. And hopefully with that smaller bucket it'll make it even easier. But yeah, I needed to start this up. Last time I brought it up to the house here, it had a big wood rat's nest in the bottom of it. There was also some vibration dampeners and in between the transmission and the engine that had sheared, partially because the wood rat was eating them, partially because they were old. Pieces of rubber looked like hockey pucks. So those had sheared, and I had to do that repair in the field. So I did that out at the house pad and then ended up bringing it back up here to the house, did a full service on it. And so it is ready to go, and as soon as it dries up, this is what I'm going to use to cut down through the woods and get it cleared for that water line to get back to the new house site. So I'll take you around and just kind of show you the Caterpillar and start it up. Got to remove our exhaust cover. I'll put that up here for now. Where are you at, little spider? You can see here one of the modifications I had to do was to beef up the hard nose. The hard nose was flexing and I was breaking my radiator. So I built this out of some DOM tubing, had these water cut at the local store here, and I've got them welded on. You can see there, I've got a tab welded on to the hard nose, and then I've fabricated this system here and have it welded on back here with some tabs and bolted onto the frame where it comes up for the firewall. But take you through here and kind of show you the startup procedure on it. There we go. Put our gas on, and then we will heat up the glow plugs right here. Come on, baby. yeah, this machine is my baby, and heard me talking to her there, getting her to start. The contacts on the solenoid are a little iffy sometimes. I've gone through and tried to repair it several times. They get a little corrosion in there. They're a brazed on piece of brass for the contacts, and sometimes they get a little corrosion on them. This needs a little talking to. But I've gone through pretty much everything engine-wise, transmission-wise, clutches. She's been a great machine. I did a in-frame rebuild on the engine with new Caterpillar pistons and sleeves. Taken the radiator in and out several times. You can see here some welds where I've realigned and re-welded the radiator mounts. And I think I'm on my third radiator now. But like I was saying, I built this hard nose support on the top here to help stabilize the hard nose, as it just, whenever I pick up a load or it's under load, the thing starts to shimmy, and the hard nose starts to shimmy as well. So the radiator is hard mounted into that hard nose, and it's hard mounted through a hard pipe on the bottom, hard pipe on the top. You know, excuse me, there's a one rubber piece on the top there that helps, so it's not so rigid on the top. But yeah, got a new remand head from Caterpillar. Yeah, basically gone through the entire machine, and it has been just a workhorse for me. Pins are nice and tight, tracks are good. Actually got this machine from a guy that was selling off his property and moving. I guess he was retiring and moving away. So I ended up getting it for about $2,500. Been sitting in the field with rain dumping down into the head and into the piston. So the motor was completely seized. Pistons were seized into the sleeves, and so I had to have it towed out of the woods from where it was parked and sat for 10 years. And the tow fee was almost as much as the machine itself. So, but well worth it. I got it here, got it sat up under a carport that I built around it, basically. So as I was doing the rebuild, I had some cover from the rain, and yeah, pulled the belly pans off, pulled the oil pan out from under it. The oil pan, getting it off of this machine was extremely difficult. I had to loosen up the entire drivetrain and jack the drivetrain up, because there's a cross member that runs right under the back of the oil pan. So had to jack up the drivetrain off of the frame so I could get under there with a ratcheting wrench, and had enough clearance to where I could drop those bolts down and then get the oil pan out. But other than that, yeah, it wasn't too bad of a rebuild. I had to make a custom deal to pull the sleeves out. Once I got the sleeves out and thoroughly cleaned and degreased and re-greased the engine and the block, I was able to use the same block and the same crank, and didn't have to. None of the bearings or anything on the crank were bad. So yeah, this is my baby here. First piece of yellow iron that I've owned, and yeah, it'll dig my grave for me, I guess, someday. They just don't make them like this anymore. It's a 1960s machine, I think. Cost new, 70, 80 grand, maybe more. And to get it up and running, there's two things that I had to actually take into Caterpillar to have rebuilt, and that was the cylinders. Both cylinders I had repacked at Caterpillar, and then there's a hydraulic pump right here on the side of the engine that I had rebuilt at Caterpillar. That quit working on me. But yeah, the machine is solid now and reliable, and you just got to talk to it a little bit to get her to start sometimes. I looked at getting a new starter, and actually just the new solenoid. They don't sell different parts for it anymore. You got to buy the whole assembly. I think it was about $1,200. And $1,200 for a starter just seemed kind of outrageous to me, so I've been in there several times in that solenoid and cleaned it up and had to pull it off the machine and rebuild it to the best of my abilities about 3 times now. initially when I went through it, and then a couple more times. But that's it. Caterpillar 941 Traxcavator. Get you one.